I started content creation in 2013.
Wow.
Huh?
Yeah. And it was in the form of photography. So by then I had not opened a Facebook, I had not opened an Instagram or any of that. But I used to take a lot of pictures of my friends. And I had this like really tiny camera that we all use. I think like each family had like a camera that they would use for like their vacations and stuff like that. So I used to use that to take pictures of my friends in our backyard. Then I started doing it for school events. And then I opened this guy. Don't even touch that page. Should I even say the name?
You don't have to.
Whatever you're comfortable with.
I opened this Facebook page, and I would put like all the pictures on there. And then sometimes someone would like request for me to edit. That was in 2019 when we would do those funny edits of like cartoon outline thing. So I would get their picture. So they would send me their picture. I put it through what was that software? I think it was like PicMonkey. Remember it?
I clearly was not creating content.
Yeah. So I'd put it through that software, and then it would come out with an image, and I put it back on the page, post it publicly, and then tag them. They loved that.
Wow.
Oh, then it just like blew up, and the page had like 3,000 likes and follow. Like I think it was likes at that time, 3,000 likes. And I like at that time would be subscribed to the page.
Yeah.
So that was the page, and I did that for like about 2 to maybe 1.5 years.
Did you make any money through that?
No.
It was a passion project?
No, it was a passion project. Also, I was like 14, not looking to make any money.
You didn't even know this is.
I was like, I'm just having fun.
like,
I think for me, my currency at that point was the likes.
The likes.
Yeah, that was my currency. And so that from 2014 onwards to like 2017, 2018, I started to study photography more seriously. I got the opportunity to work with Emmanuel Jambo. I don't know if you guys know him. Yeah, I was his intern for about 4 months. Why? I'm just telling you, photography that style, it's not easy. So we would go to the studio. I would go to the studio every single day. Literally shadow him. I would follow him like a shadow. All his shoots, I was there. If we did like off-site shoots, like the fashion shows and weddings and stuff, I was there. So sometimes he would give me the camera to take some shots. Other times I would just like hold the reflector, carry the lights and stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, so I think for me that was a really huge stepping stone into the creation world.
Wait, this was which year?
That was 2015.
2015. Wow, that was still, you were still quite young.
I was really young. I was like
having
15,
the opportunity
16.
to shadow him.
Yeah. So yeah, I credit Emmanuel every single time. Like every time I have an opportunity to credit him, I do, because he was so patient and so nice to me.
You are a child, actually.
Yeah.
That's, some people maybe they'll say, oh, if you're in campus, okay, come, it makes sense to intern. But this is someone who actually genuinely wanted to help.
Yeah.
And yeah.
It's very difficult for you to find a case where like a teenager is now taking place of that internship or whatnot. I think that really comes from a place of really genuinely wanting to nurture someone's talent or growth, especially now being on the other side of no longer being a teenager. You see how big of a step that could have been. Imagine, because I think it's very rare. So that was a really good stepping stone.
It was really nice. He taught me how to use Lightroom even. Hey, I was like, at that point Lightroom was looking like Greek. Anyway, so then after 2015, I started to feel like, because that kind of photography is like studio, lights, makeup, what. I feel like that wasn't my style. Although I enjoyed it, and if someone asked me to do a studio shoot right now for you, I can. But
yes, you do fast. It's a paga.
Yeah, so I was like, maybe let me try something with a bit more natural.
Yeah.
So I started practicing with natural light. I started doing food. That's when I started like to try food, to try. And then I fell in love with food. And I was like, let me just stick to these and see how that goes. So then I opened an Instagram account finally. Started posting my stuff, started posting. also pictures of myself. So that was the journey. And then in 20, okay, I hope I'm saying these years right. In 2017 to 2018, my dad used to love going to church early. Guy, he would wake us up at like 6. He would wake us up so
First
early.
service. He wants the first service.
First service, like
it's
first
fresh.
person in the church.
Hey.
So he'd wake us up so early. Obviously, no one has time to make breakfast on that day. So he'd say, okay, let's go to church, and then you guys can choose where to go have brunch. That was it for me. So I was like, okay, every Sunday we're gonna do a different restaurant. So it was up to me to choose where we're going. So at that point I had a small iPhone. I think it was an iPhone 5S.
Yeah, it was a 5S.
So that's what I used to take pictures instead of the tiny camera. So every branch I would literally document. We'd wait for all the food to come, and then me, I'm there in my church dress, standing on the seat I'm sat on to take a flat lay. And I'll do that every single Sunday. I did it for like months. And I think that's now what got like my Instagram going. Yeah. People were like, hey, we want to hear more about your thoughts. Where else have you gone? Do you like the food here? Have you tried the food here? Maybe you should try this place next time. Yeah. So now I would start I started building a database of recommendations on my Instagram. So that's how I got into the food space, especially the food space. And then I decided to broaden my content and start a food blog. It was called, is it still there? No, I took it down. It's called Tiramisu by Tara. And
tiramisu.
You're
come up and you're down full.
No, it's just
tiramisu.
Yeah.
But before you even go further, I just wanted to acknowledge that I love what you've said about you were working with what you had. So it was like, Sunday you're gonna have brunch. So this is the perfect time for me to practice this.
Yeah.
And I just also wanted to ask, what was your family thinking at this time? You're always taking photos of this food. Instagram, maybe they don't really know
they don't
about
understand
what it is.
So actually, thank God my parents are modern. I know there's some other parents that are like, what the hell is that? What the hell is the internet even?
Yeah.
But my parents are really modern, very liberal people. So they were excited for me. At that point, obviously, I was still in school and it was not like a big main priority. But where they could support is they would support like the iPhones. My dad is one who obviously bought me my first iPhone. So yeah, so where he could, he would.
He would. Okay,
yeah.
That's really nice.
But at the point where it is time to take pictures and people are hungry, ooh.
Yeah.
How many siblings do you have?
I have one sibling.
A brother.
A brother.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're 4. Yeah, so at that point, they'll be like, excuse me, we're hungry. Can you just
wrap it up?
Yeah, the food is getting cold. And I'd make them put their hands on the table, pose them. So yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah. So where was I? I was at the food
Now
blog.
you were yes. So now you've started Tiramisu by Tara.
Yes, I've started Tiramisu by Tara. And I mainly, my goal for that blog was just to put all my restaurant experiences there. But it turned out to be me putting a lot more recipes and foods. Yeah, food recipes, cocktails, smoothies, food, breakfast, everything was more than the restaurant recommendations. And I used to take the pictures myself because, again, I was 15. I was not able to afford a food photographer. And even at that time, I don't remember knowing many food photographers as well. It
wasn't really that huge of a
it wasn't a big thing. Actually, was I 15? I think I was 19.
Okay.
When
so
I started the blog. So that is 2019.
2019.
Yeah, 2019 to 2020. Yeah. So I did the blog consistently for the entire of 2019. Also posting the pictures on the Instagram as well. So every time I'd post, I'd also post the pictures on Instagram and say, yeah, new post, go see, go like. Also, people really love the blog. They loved the blog. They were like, yeah, we need to see you make this. Try
Nice.
make this. Try make cocktails next time. No. Like there was a lot of engagement, and I was like, maybe I'm doing something right. I feel like I'm doing a good job.